Hello, YouTube to the U. This is my entry into Scott's contest, this 400 sub contest. I mean, you got a lot of subs real fast. I guess you're like a superstar. Anyway, congratulations, and yeah, man, congratulations to the Lions, and happy Thanksgiving to you, Scott. Uh, they destroyed the Packers. But my Ravens once, that's cool, and I'm really hungover, so if this is unenthusiastic, that's why. But I'm really happy for you. You seem to really enjoy yourself here on YouTube. And continued success for you, my brother. Let's see. I guess your question was, and I never really saw your video. I'm just going from what other people said, because I'm lazy and hungover. But yeah, Superior is my only Marvel book, and I think this was worth continuing to pick up, and it should. There's a lot of elements that are really ramping up to coalesce into one big grand finale. So, and then of course I think the Amazing's coming around in December, if I'm not mistaken. So he's all gonna come back. But my question would be: is Doc Ock gonna? Well, you don't even pick this up. So what the hell am I talking about? All right, on to my DC books. Okay, in terms of independent books, um, I guess this is pretty much my whole pull list right here. East to West, uh, great backstory, and really nice fresh take on the Four Horsemen. I'm enjoying that. Ghosted's been a pleasant surprise. I don't know. I guess the art's okay. I guess it reminds me of Thief of Thieves a little too much, which I dropped. That was just like, why am I wasting money on that? Five Ghosts, I really enjoy. Tremendous book, tremendous effort by those creators. I think you enjoy all these as well. Um, Image is really doing a good job as far as I'm concerned. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. The traditional kind of costume superhero story doesn't really appeal to me as much anymore, and um, this stuff just seems fresher to me, I guess, and just holds my interest a little more. Sorry, that book's a little dark. So, a revival. I would like to see this pick up a little bit. It's becoming formulaic, and every book is kind of like an interaction between the sisters, and then something happens with the demon. Rinse, repeat. I'd like to see some kind of curveball thrown in the series, but it's enjoyable nonetheless, and of course, along with everyone else who enjoys a good story, nothing beats this, hands down. I can't be cool and try to find someone no one's heard about and try to act like I'm outthinking the room. But that's it. That's the bomb right there. And there's something else I've been picking up. That's really cool. It is this haunted horror. Put it down here. This is by Yo Comics and a collaboration between Yo and IDW, and it's reprinting Golden Age horror stories from various books and various artists, and sometimes the artists aren't even known. But here's five great covers. There's always Forlock the Warlock is kind of like your EC guide through the book, or like even Weird Mystery Tales and DC Death is like takes you through the anthology. But one thing you know about these books, and I'll take number five here. It's got. I think this is up your alley. I think if you haven't picked this up, I think you're a horror dude. You're one hell of a horror dude. Um, First thing you notice is the paper quality of this. These things are amazing. It's a thicker paper for the cover, and it has kind of like a silk silky, smooth feel to it, and interiors are a really nice paper quality. These are really nice to own. There's another introducer, MC, Madame Cleesa. Is it IDW? Yeah, it's IDW, right? Let me look here. Anyway, I think... What the hell? Yeah, I'm saying it's IDW, so we'll go with that for now. But these are great stories. For example, here's Weird Terror from November of 1953, Golden Age. And it's stuff you can't really, if you do find it in a while, you probably couldn't afford, even in low grade. But here, it's here for you for $4. And for example, here's Ditko from '54, almost a whole decade before Spider-Man. So you get exposure to some of his early stuff, for example. Just great to sit down with these and flip through. So there's Ditko, for example, and you'll be surprised some of the artists you recognize from, you know, who worked with independent companies before going to the big two. There's a guy I've never heard of before, Hy Fleischman. But string them up. But anyway, yeah, these are really, really cool, and it's great exposure to Golden Age horror. And I guess your next question was, what's your favorite character or superhero? Spider-Man's my favorite series to collect. But in terms of reading pleasure, and you know, the more, because I think I grew up Roman Catholic, that, you know, that theological super being is always something either be feared or praised. So anything with like kind of a cosmic background, anything where I have to suspend disbelief more for, has more of an impact with me. That's why the cosmic characters I like so much. Spider-Man's a great read, and he's a really cool kind of, but he he seems more accessible as one of us than, let's say, the guy that I like the most as a hero or anti-hero sometimes is Silver Surfer, because he is so powerful, and he has the ability to interact with you know, Galactus. He's a herald, and he can save the world, whereas Spider-Man can do that as well, but in more of a pedestrian way. He doesn't have, you know, just he's not from a different planet, and you know, those kind of characters are a little more powerful for me. So yeah, Silver Surfer would have to be my guy in the sky for that question. And I believe the next question was something you don't know about me. When I was a kid, I used to go in the woods a lot and just explore, go miles away from home, and you know, that would never happen nowadays. But I think I was in middle school, like 6th or 7th grade, 6th grade maybe, like, and school was just about to start. It was summer, and I was doing one of my explorations, and I was miles away from home, and there's you know, there's creeks, crayfish, you know, the typical Northeast outside of Baltimore kind of suburban area, but tons of unexplored kind of woods deals. And I'd go for half the day, just get lost. And one time it hit me. I don't know what I ate the night before, but I was out there, man, and I was turtling bad. So I found a really cool log that was, you know, just waist high, and unloaded the BM, and it was one of those painful kind of, like, when it's done, and you're like, oh my god, sigh of relief kind of things. But an ounce of prevention I did not take, as I didn't remember that, you know, you got to wipe after something like that happens, and that's how bad it hurt. I didn't even think about that. But I reached for the closest big leaf to take care of my business, and it was a big leaf that was wrapped around a tree. I thought it was part of the tree. Well, it turned out to be poison oak. So I wiped my ass with poison oak quite thoroughly, And a few days later, I grew up playing soccer, and my dad was a high school coach, and I was always around the guys on the team. So it was really hot. I was running around, it was like I was just looked up to these guys. It was, it was my chance to play with them, as I was pretty good at the time, and it was my passion to play that game. And so I was just in awe of these guys I looked up to. Anyway, that poison oak flared up so bad. I was dancing around. I couldn't help myself. I was just had my hands in my pants. I was itching my ass so bad that eventually, at one point, I honestly did this. I had to go on the ground like a dog does. It goes across the carpet. I was doing that in front of these people, and it was one of the most embarrassing things that's ever happened to me. I had to leave. I just had to run off the field because it flared up so bad. All that sweat and hot and heatness, and then the poison oak. That was one of the worst feelings. Just you couldn't control your hands having to itch your ass in public when it was that bad. So yeah. Anyway, Scott, congratulations, and go Lions. See you, brother.